Hello. I'm just taking a little walk today around a beautiful little lake that's up here in the area that I work and where I stay most of the week, at least the work week for right now. I go into work at 2, but I just like to hang out and do things like this before work, drink my coffee. This is like my second or third cup of coffee. It got too cold. I've been staying in the truck, but last week I only stayed in it 2 nights, and the lows were in the low 20s. It was about 22 each night, and I stay comfortable with my down sleeping bag and this old blanket I have that I bought in Korea in '94 that I may have mentioned. It's one of my very few sentimental items that I have. But this weekend it was forecast to be about 12 Saturday night, so I decided that was a little bit too cold for me in the truck. So Friday night and Saturday night I went into the city and stayed at a hostel that I like to stay at sometimes. I stay at a lot of hostels around Colorado. It's fun, they're neat. You get to meet a lot of interesting people every time. There's a entirely different cast of colorful characters with their own little story and doing all these different things. So I stayed there for 2 nights, and then last night I stayed at a friend's house, and I'll probably be back in the truck tonight. We have good weather now. This whole week our highs are supposed to be in the high 60s or around 70, and at nights it's only in the 30s, possibly 40 a couple of nights, which really isn't cold up here if you're out of the wind. So that happened. Yesterday I got to go on a nice hike up to the top of a rock formation, and that was pretty cool. I went with some friends from the hostel that I know. But my hat, I've had this hat for about 3 or 4 years, and my only other hat that I like that I wear was my Kuhl hat, KUHL. It's a brand, it's a clothing brand. It's mountain and hiking gear and stuff and clothing, and it's the only kind of pants that I wear. I wear Dickies to work, but any other time you'll only find me in Kuhl pants. I don't wear jeans. I hate jeans. And the last time I went to the Northwest and I was in Seattle, I like to go to the Kuhl outlet there in downtown Seattle, and I bought this Kuhl hat that you saw in the last video. Hang on, there's a creek. You can see it. I've got to get some better equipment, and I've got to figure out how to aim my camera at stuff that I want to show you while I'm talking. It's the best I can do right now. Also, by the way, I'll get back to the hat in a second, but I am going to get some editing apps or software or something. Not all the videos that just want to show. I don't mind doing that, but I used to have some stuff, an app like that, or software, whatever you call it. And I do know how to edit a little bit, very basic, but one of these days I'll start editing these things, make it a little bit more enjoyable to watch, interesting. Anyway, so yesterday we were hiking up to the top of that rock formation. It was windy. It was pretty windy, but the second I got to the very top of the formation, and I put my second foot down, a big gust of wind came and took my hat off my head, my Kuhl hat, and blew it way up in the air, and then just went straight down the really steep side of the formation. It's really rocky that you can't even access. So I lost my hat. So I love this hat too, but I went ahead and went online last night and ordered me a hat just like the one I lost yesterday, except a different color. I actually like this color better that I ordered. It's like a charcoal blue. So, about 10 days. And just taking a walk around here. I used to get really down on Mondays. I used to really get really down anytime I had to work because I was a pretty unhappy person for a while. And going to work really made me unhappy, as I always did. I usually did. But these days, even like today, it's Monday and everybody hates Mondays. They say they do. I don't mind it. I look forward to it. I love having something to do. I love having somewhere to go, and knowing that people are depending on me somewhere when I'm needed, and they depend on me at work, and I do a good job there. So I'm in a pretty good mood, even on a Monday. I had a good weekend. Met a lot of cool people, like I said, and I usually stay in contact with a few of these people that I meet every time I go to a hostel, and this time was no exception. I met a couple of people that were attending a aerospace symposium here for all kind of different reasons. It's kind of hard to explain, but then it was an interesting group. One guy from Texas, met the first trans analog astronaut, whatever that means. But she was cool. And I got all their numbers, and I'm sure we'll stay in contact and run into each other again. And that's the cool thing about staying in hostels, I think. For one thing, it's a lot cheaper. You stay at a hostel here in Colorado, average like $30 a night. You share a room with other people, and you have a common living area, a common kitchen, but a full kitchen. And when you stay at hotels, motels, whatever, it costs more, but also you're just in the room by yourself, and it sucks. I don't like watching TV. So yeah, half the fun of the hostel is just running into all these people. And then, like I said, they're always interesting people. Everybody's doing all these different things that are kind of out of the ordinary. So I find that interesting. And I guess they usually find me pretty interesting too. I don't know. But going through all this dead wood back here on the back of the dam to this little lake. And I want to show you the lake, but it's going to be a little bit before I get around this dam where you can actually see it. But I'm loving this weather. You really learn to appreciate the sun and warmer temperatures when you live in Colorado, or a place like Colorado, because our winters are long. It starts getting really cold around November, and it stays really cold until at least this time, which is early April. And I'm sure we'll still have some snowstorms, and then where I work and basically live right now, for the most part, it's about 7,000 feet. So it's a pretty cool place, pretty cold place. So yeah, once you've gone through that long winter and you finally, you see that? No trespassing, authorized personnel only on dam structure. Well, damn it. There's a trail on this side of the lake that I see people on. Authorized personnel. Well, oh, there's a deer up there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to point it right at it, or I don't know if you'll be able to see it up there. There's a deer walking up there in the pines, up there in the shade. Oh, here comes another one. Last time I was out here, I saw a bunch of huge bucks on the other side of the lake, jumping through like the marsh area where the water was, and all these reeds and stuff. It was really cool. I had never seen anything like that. I'm hoping that you can see those deer. If not, you're just getting a really good view of some trees. But there's a deer everywhere here in Colorado. I think they're mostly mule deer. I see them everywhere, and I never get tired of seeing them. It just never gets old. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to see the lake right now. I'm gonna have to cut this video and start it again when I'm over where you can see it, and I'll try to edit it together. Okay, so I ended up walking around the side of the lake that I've walked around before, that I know how to get to, and talked to some people, and they said that the side that I was trying to get to, you can get to, but you do have to trespass a little bit, go through a fence or two to get over there, and that's how everybody's getting over there. So maybe next time. I try not to do that here, at least until I see that everybody else is doing it, and that it's like accepted, you know what I mean? And if it's like an all the time thing, then I'll go ahead and access some of those places. But I haven't been to this lake too many times, and I will say the police here are real on top of things. I have to be very careful and selective with where I park at night. When I do stay in the truck, the cops will hook you up here. So anyway, I did find that out. But yeah, I've got about an hour or so left before I need to head over to work. So I'm just planning on working this week and doing my normal thing, and I'm going to try to find something to do this weekend, decide on what I want to do, a little trip. Whatever it is, it'll be interesting. It'll be a nice place, a pretty place. Unless I get sidetracked and I end up with things I need to do, but it's looking pretty good, and I'll make another video, hopefully my best video yet, whenever I go do what I'm gonna go do. But I'm loving this weather again. I'm soaking it up. Everybody is. It seems like, I suppose it's this way everywhere, but you really get the vibe here in Colorado that when you do get to this time of the year, and it was the same in Cheyenne too, because I was there through the winter and into the spring, the very end of the winter, well, no, the winter and the very beginning of spring, but everything comes alive. Everything in nature and the people. The trees come back to life. You can start smelling them. Even the ones that stay, the evergreens, they take on this different thing when it starts warming up. You can tell, you can feel it, you can smell it. All the animals come back to life, and all the people here, for the most part, because Colorado's full of outdoor type people. You feel this different energy coming out of winter, and it's a pretty cool thing. It's something hard to explain, but I certainly feel it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really looking forward to it. I never know exactly what I'm going to do, but this very well may be, and I'm planning on it being my last summer in Colorado, at least for a while. I'm trying to get up to Northwest for a while, so I really want to make the most of this summer. Go to some places that I haven't seen, and just spend a ton of time outside as much as I possibly can. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to hope to take you along with me, and maybe somebody will get some enjoyment out of this. I'm sure enjoying making these cool videos. And I just downloaded some an editing app called CapCut. I searched for the best free editing app for Android to make YouTube videos, and a couple came up, and CapCut was one, so I don't know if you heard of that or not, but
It's not the one that I had before. I don't remember what I had before. It may have been Adobe Editor or something. I can't remember. So I just got that downloaded, and I'm going to try to cut a few little clips together and put this video up. And this isn't going to be much of a video, but this is kind of my practice right now, and I didn't have much else to do this morning before work, so we'll see how it comes out. Anyway, you guys have a good day, enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye con Dios.